Newcastle taking on Greater Latrobe. The winner of this game between Laurel Highlands and Penn Hills will play either Newcastle or Greater Latrobe in the semifinals. If Newcastle wins, they will host. If Greater Latrobe wins, the winner of this game will host the semifinal round. Other side of the bracket, as Char Valley, the number 1 seed, they're hosting Gateway this afternoon. Trinity, the 13th seed, who upset number 4 seeded Highlands in the quarterfinal round, taking on the 5th seeded Mars Planets. Again, Mars, the number 5 seed, hosting Trinity. Char Valley hosting Gateway, Newcastle hosting Greater Latrobe, and of course Laurel Highlands hosting Penn Hills. All 12 noon starts this afternoon. We're back with the opening tip-off here from Laurel Highlands. Right after this, the Mustangs and the Penn Hills Indians here on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Does your car sound like it's saying, "Trade me in, trade me in," every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, "Trade me in, trade me in." Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. That's 724-592-6308.
Spring and warmer weather are on the way. Time to see Rose Motors for an air conditioning check. Rose Motors specializes in computer diagnostics, engine and electrical problems, brake service, electronic tune-ups, air conditioning repair, exhaust work, state inspection, and more. Looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? See Rose Motors, where financing is available. Rose Motors, 42 River Avenue in Masontown, serving the area for 3 generations. Call 724-583-1944. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5. Saturday by appointment.
Police Plumbing and Excavating, helping area residents with residential and commercial plumbing, gas, electric, and water lines, along with paving, concrete, and excavation site work for over 30 years. Building a new home, Lee's does utility installation of water, gas, and sewage lines. Lee's does maintenance work in all existing homes. Call 724-245-2950 for your quote. Lee's congratulates all the area basketball teams and wishes them luck in the playoffs. Lee's Plumbing and Excavating.
Brian Rozak and Steve Subrick back here at Laurel Highlands High School. The national anthem just wrapped up.
At 84 West Main Street, specializes in upscale bar food such as burgers, salads, subs, and sandwiches in a relaxed atmosphere. When you stop by, don't forget about Riz's famous chicken salad sandwich. Check out Riz's Facebook page for daily specials. Open Monday through Saturday, 11 to 9, with takeout always available. Phone 724-425-1782 for Riz's Restaurant in Uniontown.
Brian Rozak and Steve Subrick back here at Laurel Highlands High School, just about set to go. The Mustangs in their home whites, blue numbers, red trim, defending the basket to our left. Penn Hills and their away reds with gold numbers trimmed in white, defending the basket to our right. Referees here today, Mark Syke, Mike Gaffney, and Tyler Scott. Your thoughts here, Steve, before the start of the game?
Well, I'm sorry, Brian, I got distracted there. I tell you what, it's going to be a pretty nice crowd for a Saturday afternoon, just friends and family, if you will, parents and cheerleaders. But both teams have their cheerleaders here, and it definitely has a playoff atmosphere. And actually, Tony's up here with us tonight, Tony Enola, the mayor of Hopwood, and we were just talking. This Penn Hill team looks pretty athletic warming up. They're 6'5", 6'4", 6'6", very, very athletic looking bunch of kids. this could be one heck of a tough test for the Mustangs.
Should be a fun afternoon. A reminder that this game and the broadcast rights to this game are the sole and exclusive property of the WPIAL, WMBS, and the Triple Live High School Sports Network. Any broadcast of this game is intended exclusively for the benefit of the listening and viewing audience, and any use, rebroadcast, or distribution of this broadcast without the express written consent from the WPIAL, WMBS, and Trib Total Media is strictly prohibited. So the Mustangs set to go. Penn Hills with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 as their starters. Makes it easy for us, Steve.
Yeah.
Mitchell, Kelly, Kropp, Daniels, and Hearn again. Keandre, Rodney, Caleb Palumbo, Brandon Davis, and Nick Egnott for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs.
I remember this Kropp kid from last year, 6'6", kind of reminded me of like a Pau Gasol type, just kind of lanky, good around the basket, can shoot from the outside. Just a really, really good-looking high school basketball player. This is going to be a tough one, Brian. It's Mustangs are going to have to hit on all cylinders tonight. Should be a good, entertaining basketball game.
Indians have plenty of depth on their bench as well, including the Duggar brothers, George Mitchell and Alan Tomanoche, who played well against the Mustangs in all 3 meetings a season ago. Damar Kelly to jump for Penn Hills, Keandre to Shields to jump for Laurel Highlands, Mark Syke in the center circle. And get this boys 5A quarterfinal round game underway from Laurel Highlands High School. The opening tap goes back to Penn Hills as DeAndre Mitchell, after getting the feed from Royce Hearn, brings it across, sends it down to Damar Kelly, jumper from the elbow, too strong off the back iron. Nick Egnott, the rebound there for Laurel Highlands.
First rebound for Egnott.
We'll go in the corner here to Palumbo, was double teamed to turn it over. But right to Kropp. Forward to Eddie Daniels. Daniels right of the lane, pivots back, long 3 on the way. Kelly off the back iron, no good. And the rebound kept alive there from Hearn, who did a good job not to travel. Brought it back inside. Eddie Daniels, runner, no good. Ball out of bounds and over to Laurel Highlands.
Wow, what a sequence there. Both teams look a little tight. And here comes Penn Hills, and looks like a 1-2-1 press, and this is going to be a problem.
And they forced an early turnover here. Was deflected down underneath by Royce Hearn and finished by Eddie Daniels. And Penn Hills takes an early 2-0 lead here over Laurel Highlands. The Mustangs didn't have too many problems, Steve, against the Shaler press, but Penn Hills going to the press early on forces an early turnover.
The Shaler didn't have the athletic team that Penn Hills has either, Brian.
Brandon Davis switching here with Rod, sent back out to Caleb Palumbo, fronted there by DeAndre Mitchell. Caleb works off to his right, switches back with Brandon Davis in front of the far boundary. Davis high on the left.
Right away you can see, Brian, how Penn Hills is pushing up defensively and challenging the Mustangs.
Davis, nice handoff. Keandre couldn't finish. Battle for the rebound. Egnott found it, missed on a putback. And underneath Royce Hearn, the rebound there for Penn Hills.
Good job by Egnott to fight in there for the rebound, just couldn't finish.
Off to DeAndre Mitchell and across. Between the circles again to Royce Hearn. Switches back up top with Damar Kelly. Kelly watched there by Brandon Davis.
And you just feel like the Mustangs just need to weather this storm a little bit and get comfortable in this game. And there's a quick foul on Davis.
Wasn't a lot of contact there, but enough to draw the foul. Again, our officials, Mark Syke, Mike Gaffney, and Tyler Scott today. First foul on either side. 6:19 left here in the opening quarter. Penn Hills, a 2-0 lead over Laurel Highlands. Yeah. And the Indians have the ball up top. Damar Kelly pulling it back to DeAndre Mitchell. Thought about the 3, sends it over to Damar. Fires with Brandon in his face, and it's off the mark. And Laurel Highlands with a rebound. Here's Rod back through center. Gallagher going coast to coast, floating it up, no good. Rebound loose on the far side and controlled there by Damar Kelly. It was almost out of bounds. Back across to DeAndre Mitchell. A little crossover. Jumper on the way again, no good. And Gallagher, after a little deflection, hauls in that rebound for Laurel Highlands.
Well, the Mustangs, Brian, so far, I would say they're fortunate that Penn Hills can't score either, but the Mustangs look very out of sync offensively. They're going to have to, I think Gallagher's going to have to take over a little bit.
Both these teams a little cold. Davis on the inside. Should be a foul there against the Indians, and 2 free throws for Brandon Davis.
That's going to go on Kelly. First foul, obviously, on the Indians.
And Davis, for the season, 75% from the free throw line, 50 of 67.
And right away, you could see that even though the Mustangs are the lowest seed, and Penn Hills looks to be just as good, if not slightly better, top to bottom than the Mustangs. This is going to be a tough matchup for the Mustangs.
Again, Penn Hills was the #1 seed a year ago, returned 4 or 5 starters. So Davis made the first free throw, now the second up on the way. This one no good. And underneath, Eddie Daniels pulls down the rebound there for Penn Hills.
It's like a hockey game, 2-1.
Played 2.5 minutes. Here's Eddie Daniels. Sent it off to his right there to Damar Kelly, trying to spin off of Keandre, and sent back over to Daniels again, coming far. Baseline ball was juggled. Kropp able to regain, try to reposition. Partially blocked, still kept alive on the offensive glass. And Eddie Daniels scores again. Daniels, all 4 of the points for Penn Hills. They have a 4-1 lead. The 6-foot senior guard came in averaging 15.4 points a game for the Indians. Here's Keandre on the far side, spinning far wing, and it comes inside and couldn't get it to drop, so the Mustangs struggles from the field continue.
Well, that was a little bit out of control by the Shields, but he got down there and kind of gathered himself and actually got a good look at a layup, but just couldn't finish it.
In the lane, Daniels driving, getting the basket and one. So Eddie Daniels, all 6 of the points for Penn Hills, and the Indians a 6-1 lead over Laurel Highlands here early on. The Mustangs in their last 2 games, Steve, of course, they gave up that 13-0 run against Shaler. Also in their win over Highlands a week ago Saturday, gave up a 14-0 run in that game and still managed to win that contest as well. The free throw no good from Daniels, and here's Gallagher racing back for the Mustangs. Right on the inside, got blocked there by Kropp. Ball loose and underneath. I think they're going to rule the Mustangs out of bounds with the basketball. It'll be Penn Hills ball.
A lot of contact down there, but no foul. Officials letting them play, and they've let them play on both ends. And, Brian, I wouldn't be surprised to see Pratt come in this game pretty early, and possibly even
Thomas
Brown, just to get a little more athletic look for the Mustangs, just to match up. The Mustangs are having a little bit of trouble right now.
Here's Damar and Caleb Palumbo with a steal. Much needed for the Mustangs. Caleb driving inside and draws the contact there on Kropp. Couldn't finish. And Caleb will have 2 free throws upcoming.
Well, first foul on Kropp, and surprisingly, he hasn't taken a shot yet.
No.
He's one of their leading scorer.
It's been all Eddie Daniels. First of 2 free throws, again no good from Caleb, who really struggled at the free throw line against Shaler. Came in just 11 of 20, 55% for the season. Second of 2 free throws from Palumbo. Again off the mark.
Way off the mark.
Rebound pulled down there by Eddie Daniels. So the Mustangs again get nothing out of that possession. Kropp up top, off to his left to DeAndre Mitchell, set inside, spin move. Kelly couldn't finish. Ball loose and a foul called off the rebound on Penn Hills.
Yeah, that's a tough one on Kelly. That's his second too, and that's he just made a great back back to the basket spin move and got a nice layup, and it just rattled around the rim and couldn't go in. Then he got called for the frustration foul afterwards.
George Mitchell off the Penn Hills bench coming in for Damar Kelly. Brandon Davis across there to Caleb. Jumper from the foul line, no good from Caleb, but a whistle and a foul call.
Yeah, hit him on the elbow. That could be the third on.
That's on Eddie Daniels.
Eddie Daniels, okay. That's
just his first.
Yep, just his first.
Kelly's out with 2 personals.
Yeah. And Caleb struggling from the free throw line.
Laurel Highlands is a team, 71%, but Caleb 0 of 3.
Wow, all 3 of them not even close.
Still 6-1 Penn Hills over Laurel Highlands midway through this opening quarter. Caleb now for a second free throw. On the way, and again no good. So Palumbo 0 of 4 from the foul line. Ball comes free on the far side. Palumbo going for the save. It's ruled Laurel Highlands ball.
Wow.
And Rod will send it in.
Now we got 3:45 left first quarter, and we got 1 point.
Yeah, Mustangs not a field goal so far. Gallagher has it right now after a little juggle fronted there by Daniels. Now Gallagher trying to spin inside. A little turn and shoot, no good. Underneath, Egnott the rebound, and he had it taken away by DeAndre Mitchell. Mitchell back across here for Penn Hills. Will send in the corner, and that's George Mitchell off the bench, missing there on the 3. Brandon Davis, the rebound for the Mustangs, off to Rod and across. Gallagher far wing, pulls up for the high arcing 3. It's an air ball, and Kropp rolled out of bounds. So the Mustangs again fortunate to retain possession here in the Penn Hills zone as Jaden Duggar will come into the game, replacing Royce Hearn for the Indians.
Ricky Carter's going to call a timeout.
Much needed. 3:22 left here in the opening quarter. 6-1 Penn Hills. We're back in 60 here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day.
Visit C. Harper Chevy East and drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox with all-wheel drive for all
only $139 a month. Security deposit waived. Chevrolet. Find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles per year with $3,000 cash rate equity with GM Lease Loyalty or Lease Conquest. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends March 31st, 2021. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231 or visit CHarperChevyEast.com.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturdays, 8 till 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Rags a call today at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
As we come back, another foul called here on Penn Hills.
It's on Mitchell.
That'll be his first.
And Brian,
fifth team foul already.
This is about as bad a start as you could have for the Mustangs, but they're only down 5, so you got to feel somewhat good if you're a Mustang fan.
Brandon Davis right of the lane. Jumper on the way again, no good. Egnon offensive rebound, got stripped going back up, and the ball deflected out to George Mitchell. So the Mustangs still without a field goal. We've played over 5 minutes. We mentioned some of the bad stretches, Steve. Giving up a 13-0 run on Wednesday, 14-0 run last Saturday. They managed to win both games. Going to be tough to do that here against Penn Hills. As you said, a more talented team. But Eddie Daniels, another miss there, and Brandon Davis, another rebound going right down Main Street. He got blocked going up by Jaden Duggar. Still Laurel Highlands ball here in the Penn Hills zone. Rod again to trigger it in. Bounces it into Keandre far side. Watch there by Kropp. He'll take the long two. It's short. And the rebound going right to Eddie Daniels. Daniels racing back across. Out to Mitchell for 3 off the mark. Both of these teams remain cold. Brandon Davis the rebound for Laurel Highlands. Off to Rod again. Stopping and popping from the foul line. He's short. It's unbelievable, Steve, the number of missed shots we've seen in this game.
Somebody put some garbage can lids over the baskets. Both teams shooting poorly. And again, fortunate for the Mustangs that Penn Hill's shooting almost as bad.
Mitchell off to his left there to DeAndre. Mitchell, and he strains the 3. So it's George off to DeAndre, and DeAndre setting that one in from the outside. A 9-1 lead for Penn Hills. 2 minutes left here in the opening quarter. Rod trying to spin off of Daniels. Off to his left to Keandre to Shields. Jaden Duggar says bring it. Keandre going down and turns it over. DeAndre Mitchell coming back 4-on-1. DeAndre drives inside, draws the foul there on Rod. Shot attempt no good, but DeAndre will have 2 free throws upcoming.
Where's Pratt? Well, I don't understand where him and Brown are. Here they come.
Pratt and Thomas Brown getting set to check in.
And
Laurel Highlands needs to change the mojo right now.
To be honest, they just look overmatched. To be honest, right now, Penn Hills looks to be that much better. And they are playing better right now, and thank goodness for the Mustang fans and the Mustangs that Penn Hills hasn't shot the ball very well. This could be about 25-1 right now.
DeAndre makes the first of 2 free throws. A 10-1 lead for Penn Hills over Laurel Highlands. 1:46 left here in the first.
And we're not even getting any halfway decent shots, Brian, at the basket. And when we do, we're missing them badly, and all the shots are contested.
Another turnover. Intercepted here by Alan Tomanoche. Trying to go inside, and that pass intercepted by Gallagher. Here's Rod coming back. Takes it inside. Scoop shot. Score it. First field goal of the game for Laurel Highlands comes here at the 1:30 mark of the first. It's 11-3 Penn Hills. Far side, Eddie Daniels. Daniels coming inside. Look at a reach in here, I think, on Thomas Brown.
That's going to be on Gallagher.
On Rod, wow. That's 2 then on Rod.
Yeah. And Coach Hogger cannot afford to take Gallagher out of this game at this juncture. They're at a very critical stage here, Brian. They take Gallagher out of the game, and all of a sudden, if they stretch the lead anymore, it could get out of reach early.
Down 8 already.
Yeah.
Eddie Daniels to work it in.
They're down 8, but it feels like more than that, doesn't it?
Sent into Damar Kelly. Watched there by Brandon Davis. Damar works off to his right. And now over to Daniels, 3 on the way. Good again, wow. Eddie Daniels, 9 opening quarter points, and Penn Hills a 14-3 lead over Laurel Highlands. Jaden Pratt on the far side. Will fadeaway shot good for Jaden Pratt. Much needed on the Mustang side. They're back to within 9 at 14-5. Final minute of this opening quarter. Bounced inside there to Tomanoche. He's called for the travel. Good defense from Jaden Pratt.
Yeah, Pratt comes in and provides a spark early. That was a tough one of those, oh no, why are you shooting that so early kind of shots, and he made it. And Coach Auger was just thankful that anybody could finally find the basket.
Brandon Davis into Thomas Brown, back to Brandon again here on the near side. Laurel Highlands the basketball. Down 9 at 14-5, 45 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Davis fronted there by DeAndre Mitchell, off to Rod, works off to his right. It'll be a long two, good for Rodney Gallagher. So Gallagher 4 opening quarter points, and you mentioned it earlier, Steve, this might be a game that he just needs to take over. From the outside, Crop for 3, well off the mark, goes right to Jaden Pratt. Not sure you want that shot from Crop. Mustangs with it back to Rod, driving on Crop and getting another 2 to go. So Rod's starting to come alive at 6 of the 9 for the Mustangs. Just like that, they're back to within 5, down 14-9. 11 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Crowd getting into it. Yeah. DeAndre Mitchell high on the right. Watched there by Brandon Davis. Double team comes over. Now DeAndre backs up. Down to 3 seconds left. Works it off to his right to Eddie Daniels. He doesn't know. Time's about to expire. Couldn't hear in here for the Mustang fans.
That's a first all year. We got some crowd noise.
14-9. Penn Hills over Laurel Highlands are back with a second and 60 seconds here on the C.R. Piranha Group High School Sports Day.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 57th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva and Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva and Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva and Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 57 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to sponsor local high school sports.
Brian Rozak and Steve Subrick back here at Laurel Highlands High School. So the Mustangs, Steve, a little surge there late in the opening quarter, back to within 5, down 14-9, and they'll have the basketball here to start the second.
Big surge, and I think big substitutions with Terrence Thomas Brown and Pratt coming to the game just changed up the athletic look for the Mustangs, just a little quicker lineup. And all of a sudden now they're getting some spots open.
There's Thomas Brown for 3, just off the mark. Underneath Crop, the rebound there for Penn Hills.
That's a good shot from Brown, though. That's his spot. If you remember, he likes those corners, and he was just off by a fraction there.
Newcastle off to a 13-6 lead over Greater Latrobe. Mars up 19-13 over Trinity. In all 4 boys 5A games starting at 12 noon today.
Mustangs in a 2-3 zone, maybe trying to save some fouls on Gallagher.
Eddie Daniels to Damar, near side. DeAndre Mitchell driving, got blocked there by Pratt. Ball goes out of bounds off of Laurel Highlands going out. Will stay with Penn Hills here in the Mustang zone. 7:18 left before halftime. Penn Hills the basketball, leading Laurel Highlands 14-9.
Things are getting a little chippy out there. The Penn Hills players are jabbering a little bit.
Coming far baseline, Eddie Daniels leaning and missing. Ball goes out of bounds again. Will stay with Penn Hills here in the Mustang zone. In all 3 meetings last year, Steve, certainly close between these two teams. The only time they played on this floor, the game went double overtime. It was won by Penn Hills over the Mustangs. Ball sent into the corner. Daniels there again. Crop trying to set the screen. Little ball fake out to Damar Kelly. Top of the key for 3, off the mark. Long rebound, and Keandre DeShields controls there for Laurel Highlands. So the Mustangs trying to work their way back into this one, down 5. Brandon Davis now backing off of Crop. Double team comes over from Royce Hearn, and they'll force, they're going to say deflected there by Damar going out.
Yeah.
Mustangs again fortunate to keep possession.
You know, Brian, nobody ever said it was going to be easy.
No.
It's not a, you get down to this part of the tournament, you're going to play somebody that's pretty darn good, and this is what they're facing tonight. This Penn Hills team is the real deal.
Jesse Lomax checking into the game for the first time on the Penn Hills side. Rarely used senior guard, averages just a point a game, and there's Brandon Davis draining a much-needed 3. His first field goal of the game comes from outside the arc, and just like that, the Mustangs back to within 2, down 14-12.
Well, the Mustangs ran a nice set there and got a nice screen down the baseline for Davis to get open in the corner. And now there's zone here, Brian. They're trying to protect Gallagher a little bit.
Lomax for three off the mark. Ball comes loose underneath, and Kropp found it and laid it up and in. Wes Kropp, his first two of the game.
Well, that was a fortunate bounce to Kropp as he was in the right place at the right time. Actually, DeShields was going out of bounds. He tipped the ball back to Kropp, who was right there.
Here's Rod, floater in the lane, came up short. Ball loose underneath. Kropp finds it there for Penn Hills. Off and across to DeAndre Mitchell. DeAndre to his left. Lomax a little ball fake, lost the dribble. Out to Kropp, who lost it out of bounds, and back over to Laurel Highlands. They're going to check Lomax out, and Damar Kelly comes back in. And Damar Kelly also with 2 personal fouls on the Penn Hills side.
You wonder what this does a little bit to the mental side of things for the psyche for Penn Hills players. I mean, they've dominated the first 5 minutes of this game, and now they look up, they're only up by 4. They feel like they should be up by 20.
Losing the handle there, Brandon Davis. Good defense from Kropp, out of bounds and over to Penn Hills. Uncharacteristic turnover there from Davis.
Yeah, that's just, again, an athletic team. He's going against a 6'6" Kropp, who's pretty athletic, and they just, you're just not used to having guys that big. You can't practice against that, so it's just a little different.
Baseline jumper and air ball there from Damar Kelly. Mustangs the rebound. Pratt pulled it down out to Brandon Davis and across. In the corner to Thomas Brown. Resets up top, Pratt. Now Pratt trying to work here on Royce Hearn. Comes inside. Will fade away off the mark on his own rebound. Got fouled going back up.
Even though he missed both those shots, Brian, it's a good aggressive play from Pratt. Get a foul on the Penn Hills players.
Against this Penn Hills team, Steve, I like the 5 that are on the floor right now. I think giving the Mustangs the best possible matchup.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's Jaden Pratt, came in averaging 5.4 points and 7 rebounds a game. 6'3" junior forward, 68% for the season from the free throw line. 13 of 19, first of 2 here, good for Jaden Pratt. So he has 3 points. Mustangs back to within 3, down 16-13. Another substitution for the Indians, checking out Jaden Duggar and back in Royce, or check that Jaden Duggar checking in, Royce Hearn taking a seat. Pratt now a second free throw, getting a friendly roll there.
He's going to get a little break, and you're going to have Nick Egnott come back in the game, and they take out Terrence Thomas Brown.
Correct, so 2 bigs underneath for the Mustangs.
They're going to go with a little bigger lineup, and that's going to put Davis out on the top with Gallagher in that 2-3 zone.
DeAndre Mitchell dumps down to Kropp. Kropp fighting for positioning, resets in the corner there over to Eddie Daniels. Now Daniels pulls it back out to the wing and side of the circle now to DeAndre Mitchell. Switches back with Damar. Penn Hills the basketball, lead down to 2 at 16-14. 4:50 left here in the second quarter.
A lot of pushing and shoving going on underneath down in the paint.
Damar barking out a play right now for the Indians, now watched by Gallagher.
And this is something they haven't had to deal with all year. Either team is crowd noise.
Tried a little alley-oop and it went off the glass. Gallagher finds a 3-on-3 coming back. Rod from the far elbow. Couldn't get it to go. He thought he was fouled and hit on the elbow. Ball out of bounds, we're off of Penn Hills going out. Rod wanted a foul, didn't get it.
Well, he usually doesn't miss that far away, and he's telling Mike Gaffney that he got hit in the elbow, but Gaffney not hearing any of that.
Brandon Davis back over to Rod, watched there by Eddie Daniels. Now Rod coming near baseline. Kropp comes over to help out, had the block. Ball comes loose. Pratt now fighting for it with DeAndre Mitchell. We're going to jump ball called, and the Indians will get it here off the arrow, and things certainly getting a little chippy.
Yeah, a little chippy. Mitchell and Pratt jawing at each other, and again, Mustangs, if you'd have said 4 or 5 minutes ago in game time we'd be only down by 2, everybody in this gym would have taken that, I would think, Brian, the way it was looking. So the Mustangs give them credit for kind of scratching and clawing and getting back in this game.
4:04 left until halftime. Another alley-oop down low, looking for Kelly, got deflected, and Egnott found it.
And that's why Pratt's in there, Brian. He can make that jump. He and DeShields down there can have the leaping ability to kind of protect the rim a little bit.
Mustangs a little sloppy, their edge of the zone, saved by Rod, fronted by Eddie Daniels, and now Daniels a little bump on Rod. That'll be his second personal foul. 7th team foul, so Rod will shoot a 1-and-1. Mustangs down only 2 at 16-14. And you're right, Steve. The way this game started, Laurel Highlands very fortunate to be in this position, an opportunity to tie the game here with 2 made free throws.
Yeah. Well, like I said earlier, nobody ever said it was going to be easy. There's no guarantees, and it shouldn't be easy, to be honest with you. I mean, it wasn't easy last year. If you remember, I mean, everybody thinks, oh yeah, they won the WPIL last year, but they didn't win those games by a lot.
No.
Any of those games were all nail biters, nip and tuck. We were kind of playing from behind, scratching and clawing, and it was just, that's what made it so much fun.
Rod made the first free throw, second rattles out, and Penn Hills with a rebound underneath. You go back to that playoff run last year, 52-46, 6-point win over Hampton. That was the game where Timmy Smith went crazy from the outside. Yeah. 2-point win over Penn Hills, 62-60. Had a rally from a big-time halftime deficit to defeat Thomas Jefferson, 44-42. Then that 52-51 win over Mars in the WPIL championship game. 3:18 left before halftime here.
This zone and a different personnel, like with DeShields and Egnott and Pratt down the bottom line, has got Penn Hills a little confused, Brian. They're standing around a little bit up top.
And a little contact on the inside. They got Brandon Davis for his second personal foul. They got Rod with 2, Davis with 2, 3:03 left before halftime.
And right now, the Mustangs cannot afford, I mean, nothing against some of our other players, but you cannot afford to take Davis, Gallagher, or DeShields out of this game, or even Pratt for that matter. Those 4 guys, in my mind, have to stay on the floor the majority of this game. You might spot them here and there just to save at the end of a half or a quarter, but that's got to be a walk. No call.
Nothing called. Kept alive on the wing. Mitchell for 3 off the mark. Rebound goes to Nick Egnott.
And Egnott that's what he does. He's just scrappy. He knows where to be.
Those 2 bigs down low, I think matchup-wise, certainly helping Laurel Highlands. Penn Hills has struggled against that last couple of possessions. A miscommunication there as Rod looking to go cross-court far side.
Yeah, he was looking to go to DeShields. DeShields, as Rod was getting ready to throw it, DeShields started cutting toward the lane, and nobody home, and he threw it right into some of the Penn Hill fans.
So the Indians get it back, up 16-15. Penn Hills has scored only 2 points here in the second quarter. That was the field goal down low from Wes Kropp. As Caleb Palumbo getting set to check in here at the next whistle for the Mustangs. DeAndre Mitchell up top. Off to his right there to Damar Kelly. Kelly down low to Kropp.
Wow, that's all the contact they're letting go. They're going to call a little bit of a bump there on Egnott, I believe. It should be Nick.
Sixth team foul, Pratt. Wow.
He must have got in there on the reach because it looked like Egnott was just kind of getting positioned, but maybe Nick or Jaden reached
just the first
there.
On Jaden. And Palumbo comes in for Jaden Pratt. But check that, Palumbo came in for Brandon Davis. Missed there on a 3 from the Indians. Another scrum on the floor for the rebound. It'll be Mustangs basketball here as the jump ball called.
That looked like a fumble.
Yes.
It looked like a fumble, and everybody fighting for an onside kick or something, but Gallagher actually had possession if that would have been a fumble, but they called a jump ball.
Rod works into Keandre. Now a little pressure here on the Mustangs. Keandre far side out to Rod and across. Rod right down the lane. Scoop shot, score it. Mustangs in the lead.
Boy, I tell you what, you want to know why everybody wants Rod Gallagher? Right there. Watch that play. He showed another gear that not too many people on this floor have right now, and that was a nice play to get the lead.
Timeout, Penn Hills, Laurel Highlands 17, Penn Hills 16. This will be a 30-second timeout back in 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
Visit C. Harbor Chevy and drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox with all-wheel drive for only $139 a month. Security deposit waived. Chevrolet. Find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year with $3,000 cash trade equity with GM Lease Loyalty or Lease Conquest. Payment is plus tax, travel fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends March 31st, 2021. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000 or visit CHarborChevy.com.
Prime Roseneck, Steve Subrick back here at Laurel Highlands High School. The Mustangs now a 17-16 lead over Penn Hills. The winner to take on either Newcastle or Greater Latrobe. Newcastle leading Greater Latrobe 26-15. It ends up being Laurel Highlands and Newcastle winning here today. The Mustangs would head to Newcastle on Wednesday. Here's Damar Kelly on the far side, off to Kropp on the far elbow. Good defense there from Egnott. Kropp tries to come on the inside, pulls in the corner. Eddie Daniels back on the wing to Kropp, and now between the circles again to DeAndre Mitchell. 1:42 left here in the second quarter. Again, Penn Hills has scored only 2 points here in the quarter.
Suddenly, Penn Hills looks like they're a little rattled and a little out of sync. Again, these athletic teams like this, they're good when they're running and jumping and having a good time, but if somebody slows the game down and makes them go offense, play offensive sets, it sometimes doesn't work out in their favor.
Damar Kelly back to DeAndre Mitchell, fronted there by Palumbo. And Penn Hills really hasn't seemed to be in any hurry on this possession.
And that's okay with Coach Hogger and the Mustangs. I think the longer this goes, as they get to halftime, and you can get to the second half with Gallagher and Davis with keeping those just 2 fouls, that'd be huge for the Mustangs.
Damar back over to DeAndre. Inside, touch there from Hearn. Back in the corner, 3 on the way. And that one just rattling out. Beginning the offensive rebound coming back inside. Daniels, another miss. Ball poked out on the far side. Gallagher, big collision there with DeAndre Mitchell. That'll be the second personal foul on DeAndre. And Laurel Highlands will shoot a 1-and-1 back on the other side.
Wow, that was dangerous. If Mitchell would have got to that ball first, they might have called that on Gallagher.
Correct.
But, and that last drive by Gallagher, Brian, that was an extra gear that we haven't seen all year. And you could tell he's, he knows he's in a dogfight right now.
Front end of a 1-and-1, good for Gallagher. He got here, Steve, as soon as I did at the gym today before the doors were even open. Set to go at his game face on.
What was that, about 9:30 this morning?
Gallagher's second free throw, good again. He has 11 of the 19 for the Mustangs, and Laurel Highlands now a 3-point lead at 19-16. Yeah, and they're going to save Rod here defensively.
I was down eating breakfast down at Casey's with my son, and actually they said they're going to put the game on down there today.
Nice. Lots of watch parties going on around the area today. Penn Hills down 3 with the basketball. DeAndre Mitchell. Back to Damar Kelly.
Took Gallagher out for the last 30 seconds.
Save that foul. 3 for the tie outside. No good. DeAndre Mitchell. Offensive rebound kept alive there. Eddie Daniels. Daniels now pulls it back out. 19 seconds left here in the quarter. Laurel Highlands up 19-16. Daniels, edge of the zone, getting instructions there from head coach Chris Giles. Switches with DeAndre Mitchell. Down to 10 seconds left here in the quarter. DeAndre, far side, Eddie Daniels, fronted there by Thomas Brown. Sends it out on the wing again. DeAndre Mitchell for 3, off the mark, over to Kropp. He got it away in time, but the shot comes up short, and the Mustangs hold Penn Hills to only 2 points in the second quarter to take a 19-16 lead at halftime after they were down 10 early on. So Laurel Highlands 19, Penn Hills 16. Stay tuned for our halftime show brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Comes your way next year on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Sam Davis was a gift from heaven. He knows the law and the court system unlike anyone else I've ever met or seen. Sam helped me get through the federal court system with the best possible outcome.
Davis & Davis, personal injury and workers' comp.
We at Davis & Davis are humbled by what our clients have to say about us. If you've been injured, call me, Jim Davis, for a free consultation. We have been helping injured people for over 40 years. Call 724-437-2799.
Hi, my name is Christian. I'm here to tell you about my youth group. Every Thursday at Trinity United Presbyterian Church of Uniontown is youth group night. We have food, play games, and read from the Bible, not to mention our other fun activities such as video game nights, horseback riding, and bowling, just to name a few. I really enjoy gathering with my friends and learning cool new things. If you're interested, you can call the church at 724-437-2709, 724-437-2709. Bring a friend and join us for a fun time in fellowship. The fun starts at 5:30.
Magisterial District Judge Jennifer Jeffries would like to wish the best of luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, Uniontown Red Raiders, and all of our local teams this season. Judge Jeffries recognizes in these uncertain times, a successful season requires teamwork, and that requires the hard work of players, coaches, and their families. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and Uniontown Red Raiders.
Go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. That's 724-592-6308.
Visit C. Harper Chevy and drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox with all-wheel drive for only $139 a month. Security deposit waived. Chevrolet. Find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year with $3,000 cash trade equity with GM Lease Loyalty or Lease Conquest. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends March 31st, 2021. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000 or visit CHarperChevy.com.
At Uniontown Hospital, we have recently expanded our radiology services to include multiple types of interventional radiology. With the use of high-resolution digital imaging, we can now offer area residents a faster, less invasive alternative to traditional surgery for many procedures, including biopsy, infusive ports, aspiration, epidural steroid injections, joint injections, and many more. This new line of services offers our patients the chance to have significantly reduced recovery time and often results in less pain and trauma. And with a reduced cost compared to traditional surgery, interventional radiology helps our patients afford the care they need. So if you need a surgical procedure, consider your community hospital, where we are always friends, neighbors, and family, caring for friends, neighbors, and family. Uniontown Hospital, making a healthy difference in the lives we touch.
Back here at halftime, 19-16, Penn Hills down 3 to Laurel Highlands after the Mustangs were down big early on. Nice rally back for Laurel Highlands in that second quarter, outscoring Penn Hills 10-2. Again, our halftime show brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Steve is your halftime stats, and they're brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy, located inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market.
Okay, thanks for Penn Hills. DeAndre Mitchell finishes with 5 points. Wes Kropp with 2, and Daniels with 9. That's it. They scored 14 in the first, 2 in the second, 16 at the half. And, Brian, if you think about it, that 2 points, if you remember that, that was a bucket with a rebound that went to Keandre DeShield. He was falling out of bounds, and he tipped the ball back, and Kropp happened to be just standing there right underneath the basket, caught it, and laid it in. And other than that, that's the only 2 points that they scored in that first half. So if they don't get that fortuitous tip back, they didn't score. They would have had a goose egg in that second quarter. But for the Mustangs, good comeback in that second quarter as Gallagher finishes with 11 points. DeShields doesn't have any yet. Palumbo, 0 points, 0 for 4 from the free throw line. Davis with 4. He had a big three-pointer in that second quarter surge. And Pratt with 4 points. They scored 9 in the first, 10 in the second for a slim 19-16 halftime lead.
And the winner here will take on either Newcastle or Greater Latrobe. At last check, Newcastle in the lead at 28-15. Billy Dice tells me it's halftime of that game. Only other score report we have, Mars up 19-13 last check over Trinity. Don't have a score in yet on the Char Valley Gateway game among the other boys 5A quarterfinal round games going on this afternoon. Here at Laurel Highlands High School, it's the Mustangs 19, Penn Hills 16. Second half comes your way next year on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Uniontown City Police Chief Jason Cox would like to wish the Uniontown Red Raiders and Laurel Highlands Mustangs the best of luck in the WPIAL playoffs and in all their future endeavors. As the Uniontown City Police Chief, Jason Cox is happy to see the Uniontown and Laurel Highlands student-athletes working hard on and off the court. Go Red Raiders and Mustangs from Uniontown City Police Chief Jason Cox.
Police Plumbing and Excavating, helping area residents with residential and commercial plumbing, gas, electric, and water lines, along with paving, concrete, and excavation site work for over 30 years. Building a new home, Lee's does utility installation of water, gas, and sewage lines. Lee's does maintenance work on all existing homes. Call 724-245-2950 for your quote. Lee's congratulates all the area basketball teams and wishes them luck in the playoffs. Lee's Plumbing and Excavating.
Looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle with over 200 units, Gary's Auto Sales, Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville, has the largest selection of used vehicles in the area. Whether you're looking for a luxury car, an SUV, a family-sized car, or an economical vehicle to get you to work, you'll find it at Gary's Auto Sales. Check them out online, Gary'sAutoSales.com, or call 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales, many miles, many smiles. Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville, proud to sponsor local high school basketball.
Riz's Restaurant, located in the heart of downtown Uniontown at 84 West Main Street, specializes in upscale bar foods such as burgers, salads, subs, and sandwiches in a relaxed atmosphere. When you stop by, don't forget about Riz's famous chicken salad sandwich. Check out Riz's Facebook page for daily specials. Open Monday through Saturday, 11 to 9, with takeout always available. Phone 724-425-1782 for Riz's Restaurant in Uniontown.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. Need a touch-up or full body paint job? Our water-based paint system gives the best match for your color. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
19-16, Laurel Highlands leading Penn Hills as we get ready to start the third quarter. The Mustangs outscored the Indians 10-2 in that second quarter to take a 19-16 lead as we start the third quarter. I have to thank our live video stream sponsors, M&R Transit in Uniontown and Sisson Pre-Owned. Brian Morozak along with Steve Super, Billy Dice behind the camera on the True Live High School Sports Network, and Nick Barczyk back inside our Uniontown Hospital studios. And Steve will see what kind of adjustments Penn Hills head coach Chris Giles makes here for the third quarter.
Well, he's better get his kids settled down. They're going to, that zone really changed the look of the and complexion of the game. And they're going to have to get some shots and hit some shots here. But 2 points a quarter is not going to get it done.
DeAndre Mitchell fronted there by Palumbo. Set in the corner. Touch off to Daniels. Tough shot from Kropp. Didn't drop. On the backside, Keandre to Shields. The rebound there for the Mustangs. Off to Brandon Davis. Again, Brandon and Rod with two personals on the Laurel Highlands side. Eddie Daniels and DeAndre Mitchell have two personals each on the Penn Hills side. Davis off to Gallagher.
Wow, he had an open look three, didn't take it.
I was surprised he didn't take it too. Off to Keandre, drives inside between defenders.
Oh, yeah.
And got it to go. First two of the game coming here early on in the third quarter for Keandre to Shields, and Caleb Palumbo close to a steal there when crashing in Alan Tomanoche on the Penn Hills bench. So the Mustangs now up 5 at 21-16. 7:25 left here in the third. Again, the winner will take on either Newcastle or Greater Latrobe in the semifinals on Wednesday. If Newcastle wins, they will host. Up top, Eddie Daniels. Near side, Damar Kelly, and now DeAndre Mitchell. Penn Hills has slowed the tempo of their offensive game a little bit from the near elbow. Jumper on the way, again no good from Royce Hearn, and the Indians have struggled mightily here, Steve, over the last 10 minutes or so from the field.
They're playing well. They just can't make a shot right now, Brian. They're just getting frustrated. Mustangs doing a good job defensively.
Brandon Davis, far wing and in, lost the basketball, but had it stripped down off of Penn Hills and out, so the Mustangs keep possession.
You can sense, Brian, the Mustangs are, not overconfident, but they're certainly more confident, more comfortable with the pace of this game now. They kind of had to they haven't had this many, tough tests all year, so, they took a punch in the mouth early and they were able to withstand it and keep in the game, and now they feel like they're kind of settled in now.
The Mustangs currently on a 20-5 run to open up this 21-16 lead over Penn Hills.
And well, that's not going to hold up too long. Sooner or later, Penn Hills is going to score some points, so the Mustangs got to keep scoring.
Here's Rodney Gallagher on the far side, watched there by Eddie Daniels. And now Egnott tries to set the screen. Gallagher again high on the right. A lot of contact. Rod will take the three. It's too strong off the back iron. And underneath, the rebound pulled down by Royce Hearn in traffic. I think Rod was looking for a little contact there on that three. Now DeAndre Mitchell comes back, and he misses on a three. Shots just not dropping for Chris Giles' team. DeAndre DeShield to take a three up top. It's off the mark. Rebound pulled down there by DeAndre Mitchell. So this looks like the way we started here in the opening quarter. There's Egnott on an intercept.
Egnott just, you got to love that kid, Brian, just the way he plays, hustles around, just in the right place at the right time. A lot of times gets those garbage, scrappy, rebounds.
Tim Anoche is going to get set to check in for Penn Hills on the next whistle. He played well against Laurel Highlands last year. NBA range three, and Davis hits it.
Here come the Mustangs.
Davis now with 7, and it's an 8-point lead for Laurel Highlands, up 24-16. Penn Hills trying to answer back, again off the mark. That was DeAndre Mitchell missing from the following.
Wow, Coach Giles is going to need a timeout pretty soon, Brian, if he can't get his team to settle in.
Rod driving back, looking for contact, didn't find it, but Egnott was fouled going up. I think the Indians will take that. You'd rather foul Egnott than Gallagher.
And that's the second probably on Crop. And that was just unfortunate. Anytime you see, especially with 2 fouls on him, Gallagher driving in like that, guys are going to come in and try to take the charge, and he was able to avoid that contact, missed the shot. But again, Egnott on the spot. Let's see if he can make a free throw.
Just 4 of 13 for the season. Misses on the first of 2 here. Newcastle now up 37-25 on Greater Latrobe. 12-point lead early on in the third quarter of that one.
At one point, this was like 14-3, something like that.
It was 11-1 too.
It was 11-1, yeah.
Second of 2 free throws from Egnott, good. Mustangs will take a point there to go up 9 at 25-16. 5:04 left here in the third quarter. And Penn Hills, Steve, only 2 points in the second quarter. They've yet to score here in the third.
Yeah.
Here's Damar Kelly pulling it out to DeAndre Mitchell. DeAndre on the inside got blocked and fouled.
That's going to be either on Egnott or DeShields. It's on DeShields. That's only his first.
The first foul for the Mustangs here in the second half. And DeAndre Mitchell will have 2 free throws. Now for Penn Hills, they ruled that one in the act. First of 2, good there for DeAndre. Now has 6 points. He's 3 of 3 from the free throw line.
You got a DeAndre and a Keandre guarding each other.
You have 2 Mitchells. You also have George Mitchell, DeAndre's brother, coming off the bench. DeAndre makes both free throws.
So here's the other thing, that not scoring has been a problem for Penn Hills. They haven't been able to get in their press, and the Mustangs having a little problem.
They break it, though. Brandon Davis thought about another long three from the far wing. Now he'll look to drive. Had it poked out of bounds. Should be Laurel Highlands' ball, it is. Mike Gaffney on that one.
The way that Davis shoots in streaky, I'd let him shoot from pretty much anywhere past half court. He's that good from outside, and he's a streak shooter.
Rod to work it in. Mustangs up 25-18, 4:39 left here in the third quarter. Palumbo high on the left, turned it over.
Man, that's just.
And look out here, racing back for the easy 2, Damar Kelly. First 2 of the game for Kelly.
Can't get yourself in that position. You catch that ball.
Here's Brandon Davis back across over to Palumbo. Open look, far wing, off the mark. Rebound goes right to Brandon Davis. Resets to Rod. He'll take a 3 and make the 3. Rodney Gallagher with 13. Mustangs go up 28-20.
Well, you got to keep scoring because you know Penn Hills is not going to go away. They're too good.
Damar over to Kropp, over to DeAndre Mitchell near side. Baseline jumper, good. DeAndre Mitchell. Look out, the Indians might start to heat up here. They're back to within 6, down 28-22, and a foul called.
It's going to be on number 4. That's Daniels. That'll be his third. He was trying to tackle Gallagher from going down the floor.
That's a big foul. Daniels, Penn Hills' leading scorer, came in averaging 15.4 points a game.
Defensive holding on a pass play there looked like he was trying to stop the receiver from going down the field. And now they back out of the press. And you got to be a little concerned, I guess, if you're Penn Hills with some foul trouble now.
You got Tim Anoche in there, 23. Here's Gallagher in the corner. Keandre for 3. Halfway down, came back out.
Yeah, we'll take that shot all day long from Keandre.
Tim Anoche, the rebound there for Penn Hills. Off to DeAndre Mitchell, 3:23 left here in the third. Laurel Highlands up 6 at 28-22.
And Pratt's going to check into the game.
Here's Damar spinning off Palumbo, near wing. Eddie Daniels coming inside, bounces it out to Damar. 3 on the way, too strong there for Damar Kelly. Keandre DeShields, the rebound there for Laurel Highlands. And Damar Kelly really has struggled from the field in this game, Steve. Missed a lot of open shots. His only bucket came on the last drive. Now Davis double teamed and a blocking foul called here on Penn Hills. I think they'll get Tim Anoche.
And they're running a old style half court trap, and it's been pretty productive, creating some havoc against the Mustangs, and they're having some problems. They have 2 lanky guys out there trapping. They got Palumbo to throw it away, and they've almost got Davis to throw it away there.
Pratt now in for Palumbo. As Davis brings it back across, picked up by DeAndre Mitchell, and Davis tried a little bounce pass on the inside to Keandre DeShields that got knocked away and intercepted. DeAndre Mitchell coming back over to Eddie Daniels, coming near baseline. He got fouled there by Jaden Pratt. Shot attempt no good, but 2 free throws upcoming here for Daniels.
Second foul on Pratt, and that, you just get the sense, Brian, this is going to come down to the end. I mean, it's only a 6-point game.
Daniels, first of 2 free throws, shorts off the front of the rim. He's 0 of 2 from the free throw line to this one. Now Daniels for a second. Indians down 6 on the way, and again no good. And the ball went off of Egnott going out. Egnott trying to plead his case. To no avail to Mike Gaffney. So the Indians keep possession after 2 missed free throws from Daniels. Will trigger it in here left of the basket in the Laurel Highlands zone. Into Tim Anoche. Pulled back out to Damar Kelly. Back in the corner. Eddie Daniels for 3. It's an air ball. Goes right to Keandre DeShields. And Keandre gets back around Daniels and into the Penn Hills zone.
Well, that's the good thing for the Mustangs. They got some guys that can handle the ball.
Keandre will turn and shoot from the free throw line, in and out. Kropp the rebound there for Penn Hills. Look out, Cherry picking behind the pack. Daniels, Mustangs got back defensively, and Keandre with a block to swat it away.
You got to be careful. Keandre made a great block, and the official's going to go talk to him. He was a little too loud talking to the opponent there.
And we saw Caleb get teed up doing the same thing against Shaler. Break here off the inbounds pass, goes to Damar, pulls it back up top. DeAndre Mitchell for a 3 at the front of the rim, no good. Brandon Davis, the rebound, Mustangs running back, off the rod on the far side, stopping, popping, and again a shot halfway down, rattling out. Damar the rebound, forward to Eddie Daniels, 3 Mustangs back. Damar leans, Daniels leans and misses, and Laurel Highlands another rebound. Brandon Davis coming back over to Pratt, far wing and in. And he had it knocked away, but they're going to say it went off of Pratt going out. So Penn Hills with the basketball back. 1:43 left here in the third. The Laurel Highlands lead at 6 at 28-22.
Yeah, just both teams getting a little out of control and trying to almost sense that, hey, we're getting close to the fourth quarter and we're still in the 20s with the points.
Yes.
Like, hey, what's going on here? It's like a grade school game.
Damar up top, little ball fake out to his right to Tomanoche. Set into the corner, 3 on the way, good, and that's off the bench. George Mitchell hitting that 3. And it's a 1-possession game at 28-25. Here's Brandon Davis coming back, and he drew the foul.
That's going to be on Kropp. I believe it's going to be on Kropp. Let's see. It is. That's his 4th. Or no, 3rd. Sorry.
Correct, it is his 3rd. So you've Kropp with 3, Daniels with 3.
And this lineup you have in there right now with the 3 guards of the Shields, Gallagher, and Davis, I think has to stay on the floor for the most part for the rest of the game for the Mustangs unless you get in some kind of foul situation. And I really like Pratt out there with Egnott. It's probably Rick Cogger's best option. I don't know if you agree with that or not, Brian, but I think it's just for the athletically, you need the height with Egnott and Pratt down low.
Davis makes both free throws for Laurel Highlands, and it's 30-25. Mustangs by 5 with 75 seconds left here in the third. I do like it, Steve, especially the way things have worked out here so far, and we'll see if it continues to go well for Laurel Highlands with that matchup out on the course. Here's Royce Hearn back to Damar Kelly, watched there by Rod. So Penn Hills down 5. Let's see how far down they take the clock here on this possession.
Well, they're gonna let it. I think Coach Hogger is gonna let them dribble out there all they want. They're up by 5, and you know.
Here's Damar Kelly over on the far side to George Mitchell. Hit that last 3. Now Damar again down to 38 seconds left here in the third. Damar up top, bounce pass to his right. DeAndre Mitchell for 3. Off the mark, Rod the rebound. Gallagher racing back, Rod handing off. Keandre here, baseline got swatted out of bounds there by Damar Kelly. Kelly came in averaging 3 blocks a game and has one there.
Yep, good block by Kelly and good feed by Gallagher, but just a great athletic play by Kelly to block that shot from the Shields.
Mustangs keep possession though with 26.5 left here in the third. Gallagher to work it in. Into Keandre, fronted there by Damar. Little ball fake, lost the dribble, resets to Brandon Davis up top. 18 seconds left here in the third quarter. Davis works here high on the right. Davis now off to his left, a little slip, resets back to Keandre. 12 seconds left in the quarter. Keandre between defenders comes inside, puts it up and in. Keandre to Shields with 4. Mustangs up 7. Indians need to hurry. Back across DeAndre Mitchell down low, a little juggle, and the finish and the answer back from Jaden Duger. As time expires here after 3, the Laurel Highlands a 5-point lead, up 32-27. We're back with a 4th and 60 from the C.R. Barada Group High School Sports Day.
Magisterial District Judge Jennifer Jeffries would like to wish the best of luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, Uniontown Red Raiders, and all of our local teams this season. Judge Jeffries recognizes in these uncertain times, a successful season requires teamwork, and that requires the hard work of players, coaches, and their families. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and Uniontown Red Raiders from District Judge Jennifer Jeffries.
Paid for by the candidate.
Visit C. Harper Chevy and drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox with all-wheel drive for only $139 a month. Security deposit waived. Chevrolet. Find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year with $3,000 cash trade equity with GM Lease Loyalty or Lease Conquest. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends March 31st, 2021. Call dealer for all other details at 724-99-8000 or visit CHarperChevy.com.
Laurel Highlands a 32-27 lead here over Penn Hills as we get ready to start the fourth. Newcastle up 40-31 over Greater Latrobe. Again, the winner of this game will take on either Newcastle or Latrobe in the semis. Mars up big over Trinity, 46-15. And Char Valley and Gateway a close game. Char Valley up 32-28. Mustangs with the basketball, working right to left as we describe it, leading by 5 here to start the fourth, and a pass down low intended for Jaden Pratt, intercepted by Damar Kelly. Damar coming back in traffic, and they're going to call a blocking foul here on the Mustangs.
They're going to call I thought it might have been a charge. They're going to call it on Pratt, I believe. And they
did go on Pratt.
Yeah, they got it. They say Pratt got him on the arm.
That's his third.
Yeah.
2 free throws here for Damar Kelly, who scored only 2 points in this game. 6'5" sophomore came in averaging 12 points, 6 rebounds, 4 steals, and 3 blocks per game. First of 2 free throws, no good for Kelly. And Penn Hills just 2 of 5 from the free throw line here in the second half. They trail by 5 at 32-27. Damar now a second of 2 free throws. Again, short out the front of the rim. Nick Egnott the rebound there for the Mustangs. Off to Rod, bounce near side in front of the Penn Hills bench to Brandon Davis, who brings it back into the forecourt. He's double teamed, now comes down the lane, floats one up short, goes right to Keandre to Shields, spins back inside and got blocked again underneath. I think Tomanoche rejected that one. The Laurel Highlands again keeps possession.
Kelly again, Brian.
They're both down there, not sure who touched it going out. Nonetheless, Laurel Highlands keeps possession.
Brian, they have Wes Kropp on the bench, who is, no, he's back on the floor now, but he hasn't done anything offensively, and then from the Mustang perspective, that's got to make you a little nervous.
Jaden Pratt, open far side, long two, likes that shot, can't hit it this time. Egnott offensive rebound, missed on the putback, trying to get it back again, went right through Rod's legs, and they're going to rule Davis out of bounds here in front of the Laurel Highlands bench.
Well, the hustle by Egnott just could not finish, Brian. It was really close.
And the Indians will bring it back across. Eddie Daniels switches back up top. DeAndre Mitchell bounced off to Damar Kelly. Damar pulls it back out on the far side over to Daniels. Double teamed. Up top, DeAndre Mitchell. Playing catch on the outside there with Damar Kelly. Mars now up 67-50 over Trinity. Fourth quarter of that one. Far side open look. Eddie Daniels for three. Well off the mark. Penn Hills team not even close on some of these shots. And Brandon Davis pressured here in the backcourts. In a little trouble. Almost turned it over. Kept alive by Keandre. Down to Jaden Pratt, who puts it off the glass and in. Pratt with 6. Mustangs go up 7 at 34-27 with 6:27 left here in the fourth. Damar over to DeAndre Mitchell. Those two play catch on the outside. Laurel Highlands trailed by 10 in the opening quarter. They now lead by 7 at 34-27. Up top again, Damar Kelly. Far side, Eddie Daniels will take another three, and again off the mark. Underneath, battle for the rebound, kept alive by DeAndre Mitchell, who gets the basket and one. And boy, the Indians needed that.
And that's going to be on Pratt. That's his fourth. And that was just tough luck. Fortunate bounce for the Penn Hills Indians as that ball got rattled around on a rebound, and it got tipped back to Mitchell, who was able to make a tough shot and get fouled. Good call on the foul. But
Thomas Brown in for Keandre DeShields, who got dinged up. He's now overseeing the trainer. The free throw good from DeAndre Mitchell, and it makes it a 4-point game again at 34-30. As we go under 6 minutes left here in the fourth.
Half-court trap. As soon as they get in that corner on the half court, they're going to get trapped. There's a problem right there.
We have Rod up top. He'll take a jumper from the elbow. It's off the mark, and Kropp the rebound for Penn Hills. Coming back here with DeAndre Mitchell. Pulling it out to Kropp. Far side, Damar Kelly. You have to think, Steve, that Penn Hills is going to start making shots at some juncture of this game. Damar bouncing it out to DeAndre Mitchell. Three to make it a 1-point game, no good. Rod, another rebound there for the Mustangs. You have to watch Pratt out there with 4 personals for Laurel Highlands. He has the ball right now. Driving in on the far side. Put it off the glass, no good. Egnott the rebound. Kept alive, Rod. He'll take the three. At the front of the rim, no good. And another Penn Hills rebound. Pulled down by Damar Kelly, who breaks out on the far side. Bounce pass forward, coming free, and spinning it in. Royce Hearn, his first 2 of the game, as Egnott could not keep up in transition. Penn Hills back to within 2. Now their fans into this one.
Yep.
Laurel Highlands 34, Penn Hills 32. Keandre getting set to check back in. Pratt in the corner. Up top, Brandon Davis. Take a long three. It's off the mark. Goes right to Pratt, who puts it back up and in. Pratt with a timeout, Laurel Highlands. 4:47 left here in the fourth. Mustangs up 36-32. We're back in 60 here on the C.R. Product Group High School Sports Day.
I'm attorney Trip Radcliffe, and we at Radcliffe Law have been helping people that were injured in accidents for over 35 years. When you're involved in an accident, it can be scary. Radcliffe Law will meet with you for free, and our experienced team will provide you with valuable information needed to pursue your claims successfully. If you or someone you know are injured in an accident, call Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
Hi, my name is Christian. I'm here to tell you about my youth group. Every Thursday at Trinity United Presbyterian Church of Uniontown is youth group night. We have food, play games, and read from the Bible, not to mention our other fun activities such as video game nights, horseback riding, and bowling, just to name a few. I really enjoy gathering with my friends and learning cool new things. If you're interested, you can call the church at 724-437-2709, 724-437-2709. Bring a friend and join us for a fun time in fellowship. The fun starts at 5:30.
Penn Hills with the basketball as we come back. Laurel Highlands 36, Penn Hills 32. Down low, Kropp trying to back it on Keandre. Tough shot, but he got it to go. Wes Kropp, only his second field goal of the game. He has 4. Laurel Highlands lead down to 2 again at 36-34. 4:19 left here in the fourth. Brandon Davis here on the near side. Picked up there by DeAndre Mitchell. Davis spins, kicks it out. Pratt long 2, far side. Good. Jaden Pratt. Pratt 6 here in the fourth, 10 for the game. Mustangs go back up 4. Coming back, Daniels got swatted, and the ball went right to Egnott, who got tripped up underneath.
That's going to be a foul on Penn Hills as Egnott got undercut.
Yes, he did.
Great job. Great block by Pratt. And or the Shields. I couldn't tell who got it, but that's going to be the
Eddie Daniels.
Foul on Daniels. So
Char Valley and Gateway tied at 42. Under 5 minutes left in that game. Mars and Trinity is a final 67-55 Planets over the Hillers. Newcastle up 42-31 on Greater Latrobe. Pratt down low. Keandre to Shields. Pulled back out to Rod. Mustangs the basketball in a 4-point lead. 3:54 left here in the fourth. Double team comes over on Rod. Set out to Keandre. A little juggle, able to regain. Kropp there along with Hearn, and they force the turnover. Picked up by Damar Kelly. He races back and dunks it in. Mustangs lead down to 2 at 38-36. Gallagher double teamed, and he hit the netting there on the high pass.
Yeah, he just threw it too high. They're panicking a little bit now, Brian. They got to. I almost think you need a timeout if you're Coach Hogger. You got 3 left, but I know you used a couple early in that first quarter, but it seems like the momentum is switching back to Penn Hills now.
Tough break there on that high pass, just too high for the dimensions of this floor. Goes into Kropp, and he had an opportunity to tie it. Point blank range, couldn't finish. Mustangs get the rebound.
Well, the pressure from Penn Hills is becoming, a problem for the Mustangs.
Gallagher driving down low. Out of bounds was DeAndre Mitchell. Laurel Highlands keeps possession after Gallagher got blocked going up. DeAndre had it, but was on that far line. And Gallagher will work it back in here for the Mustangs, who lead by 2 at 38-36. Rod sends it back up top to Keandre to Shields. Watch there by Damar Kelly. Switches here with Rod.
It's a very, it's just high intensity action now, isn't it?
Pratt down low, got swatted by Damar, deflected off to Keandre to Shields. He got blocked by Kropp. Third attempt, Jaden Pratt got it to go. Pratt with some big points for the Mustangs here in the fourth. Has 12 for the game, 8 of those 12 coming here in the final quarter.
Pratt's having the game of his life right now, Brian, keeping the Mustangs in this game. Jaden Pratt is just all over the floor.
Mustangs up 4, close to a walk there on Kelly. Pulled out Eddie Daniels in traffic, pinned up. There's that ball was kicked by Brandon Davis.
Yeah.
And now that little elbow from Daniels thrown there to Davis.
No call on that.
Boy, they should have teed him up there, Steve. Threw an elbow coming back. That was not called.
Yeah.
And that would have been a disqualification for Daniels, who's sitting on 4 personal fouls.
Timeout, Penn Hills.
Maybe Coach Giles wants to settle down his squad. 2:40 to play. It's be a 30-second timeout. Laurel Highlands 40, Penn Hills 36. We're back in 30 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Day.
Casey Sports Cafe, owned by the Vernon family, is located on South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Casey's has reopened for dine-in services with new hours, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday and Sunday 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Meals are home-cooked and range from a variety of steaks, chicken and veal parmesan, liver and onions, along with appetizers, salads, wings, and sandwiches. Casey's offers free delivery in the Uniontown area with purchases of $10 or more. Phone 724-550-4126 for Casey Sports Cafe.
Back here at Laurel Highlands High School, the Mustangs up 40-36, 2:40 left here in the fourth. Penn Hills with the basketball. Eddie Daniels will trigger it in. Daniels right of the basket in the Mustang zone. And it's intercepted by Jaden Pratt over to Davis. Bounce forward to Rod, breaking free with the finish. Gallagher with 15, lead at 6.
And that's Pratt with the assist.
He set it up. DeAndre Mitchell back to Eddie Daniels. 2:25 to play. Laurel Highlands a 6-point lead. Up top, Damar Kelly. Holds between the circles. Out to his right to DeAndre Mitchell. Fronted there by Rod. DeAndre. Little ball fake, and now pulls back to Eddie Daniels. Again, 2:10 to play. DeAndre will take the 3. It's off the mark. Goes right to Jaden Pratt, who gets fouled underneath. I think that's Royce Hearn that got him.
Hearn just trying to get high for the rebound. and landed on Pratt, who had his back to the basket after he got the ball, kind of cradling it and trying to just secure the ball. And they're going to bring in Palumbo now for Egnott. And they're going to face heavy pressure.
So Palumbo to trigger it in. Gets it into Rod. Rod here on the near side. Touched off to Davis and across. Davis coming near baseline, and traffic got fouled. And Brandon Davis, who's 75% for the season, 3 of 4 right at his season average in this game, will head to the free throw line. Mustangs up 6, 2 minutes to play. That's the second on Tim and Oche.
Yeah, and then Coach Giles wanted an offensive foul on Davis, thought he elbowed it, try to clear himself out. Davis misses the first free throw.
Seen a lot of misses at the foul line on both sides in this game.
Yeah. Tension, Brian.
Oh, it's tough.
A lot of tension.
Second free throw again, no good from Davis. Wow. Penn Hills the rebound. Sent forward on the baseline, laying it up, and DeAndre Mitchell. Palumbo just could not keep up defensively as DeAndre took him on the near baseline for the 2. And Laurel Highlands having trouble throwing it in, and it gets intercepted. Back inside Daniels on the drive, and the rebound deflected away. Gallagher finds it up to Palumbo, who finishes coming back. Little redemption there from Caleb. Mustangs back up 6 at 44-38. Daniels back down the floor, got blocked by Pratt. Into the hands of Davis. Mustangs on it, up 6, 90 seconds to play. Davis back through center. Davis holds here on the wing. Timeout, Laurel Highlands. Boys, did we need to settle things back down here with 1:25 to play. Laurel Highlands looking ahead to the semifinals, up 6. And we're back. Full timeout, back in 60 here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day here on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of SWGI Specialists. March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month. Symptoms include rectal bleeding, a change in bowel habit, persistent abdominal pain, or abnormal weight loss. Remember, though, that early colon cancer has no symptoms, making regular screening a smart choice. Call 724-437-7677 or visit swgispecialists.com.
South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer wishes the best of luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams this season and in the playoffs. During these uncertain times, a successful season requires teamwork, and that requires the hard work of players, coaches, and their families. Like our local teams, Robert Schiffbauer is working hard to make life better for the residents of South Union Township. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams. From South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer.
Laurel Highlands 44, Penn Hills 38. Mustangs trying to close this one out. 1:25 left in regulation. What a wild sequence there, Steve, before the timeout.
Just get a lot of crazy things happening, and the Mustangs, it almost feels fortunate they've been able to withstand some of these crazy runs.
Davis fouled on the far side. It's the 8th team foul.
And, I normally don't like holding the ball and waiting for the end, but, Brian, I think the way Penn Hills is playing, and I know the Mustangs got to start making some free throws, but it's almost time to start running the clock because, it's just we've been turning the ball over so much because of their heavy pressure and their double teams. They're so athletic, it's just dangerous.
Char Valley's got on a 7-0 run, leading Gateway 49-42. They're under 2 left in regulation.
Officials are chatting with, that foul was on, who'd they call that on? Kelly.
His 3rd.
Oh, they got blood. Is there blood?
Who is their blood on?
I don't know, but they're talking to Keandre.
He got taped up earlier. Not sure if maybe he had some blood on his elbow, and that's why he was taped up, and maybe some blood on his jersey now. He's going to head back to the trainer.
They're going to call timeout.
I would take a timeout here, too, just make sure he's on the floor. He's too important.
You can't take him out of the game.
1:19 left here in the 4th, full timeout. We're back at 60. Mustangs up 44-38 here on WMBS.
Uniontown City Police Chief Jason Cox would like to wish the Uniontown Red Raiders and Laurel Highlands Mustangs the best of luck in the WPIAL playoffs and in all their future endeavors. As the Uniontown City Police Chief, Jason Cox is happy to see the Uniontown and Laurel Highlands student athletes working hard on and off the court. Go Red Raiders and Mustangs from Uniontown City Police Chief Jason Cox.
With the rest of the world, Peachin Pharmacy is following the developments of the COVID-19 pandemic. Your safety is a priority at Peachin Pharmacy. For prescriptions, you have many options. Peachin's offers free delivery, free mail, and curbside pickup. If you come into the store, Peachin's follows all of the CDC and state safety recommendations. As always, if you have concerns about your medications, call 724-626-9600 or visit Peachin Pharmacy inside the Peachin Market in Connellsville or online at peachinpharmacy.com.
44-38, Laurel Highlands leading Penn Hills, 1:19 left here in the fourth quarter. Winner to likely take on Newcastle. They've opened it up over Greater Latrobe, up 55-37. So the winner here will travel on Wednesday. Gateway is taking a run back on Char Valley. Char Valley leads by 2 under a minute left there. And the first of, actually the front end of a 1-and-1, good there from Brandon Davis.
Yeah, they got 8 fouls, so they're going to have one more 1-and-1. They're going to set Egnott back.
Lead up to 7. Davis, second of 2, good for Brandon Davis.
Got to make those free throws now, guys. We got to. Now we're going back to the zone.
Lead at 8. Up top, DeAndre Mitchell, far side, 3 on the way. Damar Kelly missed it again. Jaden Pratt the rebound. Hands off to Rod. Mustangs the basketball, leading by 8. Gallagher on the far side. Rod now, double team on him. Nice little spin off there to Keandre. Ball should have been kicked. The ball was kicked. It should have been out of bounds off of Penn Hills. And now what's the call going to be? Referees missed that. They're going to call a jump ball. The ball was kicked. Should have been blown dead at midcourt. Then I thought it was out of bounds there on the baseline.
Well, the official had a good view of it, and, you know, on the out of bounds part of it, so you can't really argue too much there, but it was definitely kicked.
So Penn Hills has possession. They'll send it in on the far side. Kelly thought about another 3, sends it off to his left to Daniels. Comes on the baseline and drew the foul. Let's see what it goes on. Egnott, I thought, was the closest in the vicinity.
Might be on Pratt. I hope not.
Egnott.
Yep, Egnott. And don't think for a minute the officials don't know who has 4 fouls on them. You know,
no, they're aware of the situation.
Yeah, I mean, that's with Daniels on that, could have been a technical foul. They didn't call that.
First of 2 free throws, good for Eddie Daniels. Penn Hills back to within 7, down 46-39. 48.5 left. Char Valley and Gateway has gone final. Char Valley a 53-47 win, so the top seed survives this afternoon after the Gators gave them a pretty good test. Second of 2 free throws on the way and short again, missing there Daniels. Ball loose underneath Laurel Highlands basketball. Off of Penn Hills going out with 45.6 left.
Well, that was fortunate. And now they're going to have to, he's going to get the ball in bounds, and somebody's got to be able to get the ball to Gallagher or to Davis.
Palumbo's going to trigger it in, sent into Keandre. He's going to be rolled out of bounds.
That's just a bad pass there by Palumbo. You got to know where you're throwing the ball. You cannot get reckless with it.
He has not played his best game here today, Steve. And Damar will send it in here in front of the Penn Hills bench. Indians down 7. Damar now needs to hurry. Sent in to George Mitchell with a big 3 earlier off the bench. That one might have been partially blocked. But right to Jaden Pratt. Over to Rod. Rod out on the far side, ahead to Keandre DeShields.
Little keep away now.
Lead at 7, 30 seconds to play. And now Keandre, hard foul there from DeAndre Mitchell.
Well, nobody said it was going to be easy.
No.
And it's not going to be. And the next one is going to be even tougher. Or if they're going to have to play Newcastle. Newcastle win?
They're up last check by 18 in the second half.
And this one's not over yet. I mean, this is, Penn Hills can get turnovers, and this is always scary. But you can make your free throws and get the ball in after they score. You should be in good shape.
Front end of a 1-and-1. No good there from Keandre DeShields. So still a little life here for Penn Hills. 3-possession game. They're down 7. Far side, Damar Kelly. 3 from the parking lot. Off the mark again. Keandre another rebound, and he got fouled underneath.
That's going to be on Kropp or Daniels. It's going to, let's see who they call it on. They're going to call it number 3 Kropp. That's his 4th. So now they're, of course, it's with 19 seconds left. It's they don't really have much choice, so they got to foul people if the Mustangs get the ball. Now this will be 2 shots, so maybe that'll relax Keandre enough to at least get 1 out of 2.
So Keandre with 2 upcoming. First on the way, and it rattles out. It's a 2-shot situation. Steve, last year, Laurel Highlands advanced to the WPIL semifinals for the first time since 1972. At that time, it was 48 years ago, and now just 19 seconds away from going to the semis in back-to-back years. Another missed free throw from Keandre, so the Mustangs trying to keep Penn Hills in this one late. Far side, Eddie Daniels. Daniels up top. Look at Brandon Davis for a bump here. Is that final, Billy, for Newcastle Greater Latrobe? Still not final, but Newcastle up 14 at 60-46.
3 on Davis.
12.8 left. That was only the 6th team foul, so Penn Hills won't shoot yet.
And Penn Hills has 3 timeouts, so if they do score, they're going to have to call a timeout because the Mustangs can hold it for 4.
Damar far baseline jumper, good timeout with 7.4 left. Damar Kelly now with 6. And this will be a full timeout, 7.4 left here in the fourth quarter. Laurel Highlands 46, Penn Hills 41. I'm just going to double check here, Steve, make sure this is a full timeout. It should be. I think they took their 30s earlier. And they're double checking down there. 7.4 left.
Might as well keep
full timeout. Full timeout. We're back in 60 here on the Sierra Parada Group High School Sports Day.
Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning extends his best wishes to both the Uniontown Red Raiders and Laurel Highlands Mustangs. District Judge Nathan Henning knows that success in life comes from hard work, and a successful sports season is the result of the hard work of the players and coaches and the support of their families. It requires teamwork. Good luck to the Uniontown Red Raiders and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs from District Judge Nathan Henning.
Visit Sea Harbor Chevy and drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox with all-wheel drive for only $139 a month. Security deposit waived. Chevrolet. Find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year with $3,000 cash trade equity with GM Lease Loyalty or Lease Conquest. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends March 31st, 2021. Call dealer for all other details at 724-99-8000 or visit SeaHarborChevy.com.
Foul called as we come out of the timeout. Again, a foul called as we come out of the timeout. Brandon Davis fouled. Mustangs up 5. Now 3.4 seconds left. They went a little quick there on that full timeout.
Yeah, and Brian was trying to yell down the scores table, tell them to stop.
They put 60 seconds on the board. Can we take a 60-second timeout?
Yeah, I know, but they don't care, Brian. Both teams came out of the timeout early. I don't think they were too concerned about what we were doing.
No, they weren't concerned about us. So Davis at the line. Mustangs up 5, 4.4 left.
I'm more concerned whether Brandon Davis can make a couple free throws.
Yes, let's see what happens. First of 2, good for Brandon Davis. Davis now with 12. 1 minute left in that Newcastle Greater Latrobe game, 60-46 Newcastle. Other 2 games are finals. Char Valley and Mars winners, and Brandon Davis trying to make the Mustangs a winner. Makes the second free throw. They're down at 2, down to 1. Mustangs up 7, and the 3 up top. No good, Eddie Daniels, and that'll do it. Laurel Highlands rallies from a double-digit deficit in the first half and advances to the WPIL semifinals for a second straight year. They'll head to Newcastle on Wednesday to take on the Red Hurricane. It'll be a 6 o'clock tip-off, 5:30 Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show on WMBS Wednesday night. Your final score here, Laurel Highlands 48, Penn Hills 41. Back to tell you all about it on our postgame show. It's brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer. He's working hard to make life better for the residents of South Union Township. Mustangs win it 48-41. Back to tell you all about it right after this here on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Magisterial District Judge Jennifer Jeffries would like to wish the best of luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, Uniontown Red Raiders, and all of our local teams this season. Judge Jeffries recognizes in these uncertain times, a successful season requires teamwork, and that requires the hard work of players, coaches, and their families. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and Uniontown Red Raiders from District Judge Jennifer Jeffries.
Paid for by the candidate.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of SWGI Specialists. March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month. Symptoms include rectal bleeding, a change in bowel habit, persistent abdominal pain, or abnormal weight loss. Remember, though, that early colon cancer has no symptoms, making regular screening a smart choice. Call 724-437-7677 or visit swgispecialist.com.
South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer wishes the best of luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams this season and in the playoffs. During these uncertain times, a successful season requires teamwork, and that requires the hard work of players, coaches, and their families. Like our local teams, Robert Schiffbauer is working hard to make life better for the residents of South Union Township. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams. Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer.
Mama Maruka's Pizza Shop, located at 624 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mama Maruka's is family-owned and operated, where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, and wings. Mama Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor, outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit mamarukapizza.com for their menu.
Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you, your oil checked, and windshield cleaned? Joby's Gulf, that's where. Joby's Gulf, at the corner of Fayette and Beeson Boulevard. Joby's Gulf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station serving the Uniontown area for over 45 years. Joby's Gulf offers lockout services, general repairs, tire repair, a fenced-in storage lot, state inspection, Gulf products, and is a AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Joby's Gulf, 724-438-0681.
Uniontown City Police Chief Jason Cox would like to wish the Uniontown Red Raiders and Laurel Highlands Mustangs the best of luck in the WPIAL playoffs and in all their future endeavors. As the Uniontown City Police Chief, Jason Cox is happy to see the Uniontown and Laurel Highlands student-athletes working hard on and off the court. Go Red Raiders and Mustangs from Uniontown City Police Chief Jason Cox.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Does your car sound like it's saying, "Trade me in, trade me in," every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, "Trade me in, trade me in." Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
Brian Rozak and Steve Subrick back here at Laurel Highlands High School in our post-game show brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer. Mustangs win it 48-41. Steve has your final stats, and they're brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy, located inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market.
Okay, for the Penn Hills Indians, DeAndre Mitchell finishes with 14 points, Damar Kelly with 6, Wes Kropp with 4, Eddie Daniels with 9, Royce Hearn with 3, Duggar with 3, Mitchell with 3. They scored 14 in the first, just 2 in that second, which we talked about earlier, 11 in the third, 14 in the fourth, 41 for the game. For the Mustangs, Keandre DeShields had 14 points, Rodney Gallagher with 4 points for DeShields, 16 for Gallagher, 2 for Palumbo, Brandon Davis with 13, but the last 4 free throws he made were huge after he missed 2 in a row there in the fourth, but those were big free throws for him. Egnott with 1 point, and Jaden Pratt off the bench. What a game for that kid. 12 points, 8 in the fourth quarter. Big 8 points in the fourth quarter for Pratt, as they had 9 in the first, 10 in the second, 13 in the third, 16 in the fourth for a 48-41 victory. And Brian, the free throws, Penn Hills not good either. They were 6 out of 12 50% for the free throw line, and we weren't much better. We were about 47% or so, 10 out of 21. So neither team shot the ball well from the line. I think a lot of that had to do with the nerves. Both teams a little tight and playoff basketball. But yeah, it was a heck of a game, Brian. Crazy, the way it went down. The way they got up early, we came back, and then kind of held on at the end.
And the top 4 seeds in the boys' 5A quarterfinal round field are the 4 teams that are left in the playoffs. It'll be Laurel Highlands at Newcastle, 6 o'clock on Wednesday, and Mars at Chartiers Valley, also 6 o'clock on Wednesday.
Yeah, well, it's going to, the way it goes. But if you look at those scores, none of those were easy. No, everybody's
Newcastle probably had Newcastle and Mars had a little bit of the easier road of things. The Char Valley Gateway game was nip and tuck most of the way, and certainly this game was as well.
Yeah, people are going to look at that score, see 48-41, think, oh, okay, they cruised to, but it was it seemed a lot closer than that. And if you watch the first 3 to 5 minutes of this game, you'd have thought Penn Hills was going to win by 30. And to give the Mustangs credit, Coach Hogger settled the guys down. Gallagher kind of took control. And, the Mustangs just were, they did it defensively. They kind of kept, they stifled the Penn Hills Indians for just 2 points. And really, it was a lucky 2 points they got in that second period on that kind of tip back from Kropp. But other than that, they might not have scored. That would have been something that goes over for a quarter. And they were able to get just 2. So Mustangs did it defensively, hung on at the end, and of course give the Penn Hills credit, though they created a lot of havoc with a lot of turnovers. Mustangs made some bad decisions there to almost get them back in the game, but we were able to hold on.
That'll do it for our friends on the Triple I High School Sports Network. Again, we'll see you on Wednesday for Laurel Highlands at Newcastle. Back with one final segment on the WMBS side right after this. Again, your final score, Laurel Highlands 48, Penn Hills 41.